Hi, I'm Clara Rose, and this is Influence Matters, the show where each week I share tips, tricks, tools, hacks, resources, and sometimes special guests to help savvy influencers just like you to strategically and intentionally establish, build, or cultivate influence, because we know that is how we organically generate leads for our business, ministry, cause, or brand. And that is why we're here today. So welcome once again to another episode. Of course, before we start today, I have to say thank you to our sponsors. So thank you to Rosedale Publishing. They specialize in business books for the professional and the entrepreneur who's looking to build a tool to grow their influence. So if you are looking to put together your next book or your first book, those are the people to call. So thank you to them. And then, of course, I have to say thank you to the fine folks over at Tampa Bay Multimedia and WeBeam TV, where we are today, for they truly make this show possible. So thank you so much. Okay, if you are a regular viewer, you know that I start usually with a question of the week from somebody in the audience, just like you, who has sent it to hello@clararose.com, and I jump on and answer it for you. But this week, we have no question of the week, and that is because I have a special guest, and I'm excited to introduce her to you. Okay, so let us get started today. So Sherell Slaise is a a mentor. I messed her up already. She's an amazing mentor to entrepreneurs, and she specializes in network marketing specifically, but she helps them with their online content and just as an amazing leader in that industry. Now, I have understanding that she also was quite a leader in network marketing, but I'm going to let her tell you all about that. I just know that she is doing some amazing things, and we have something super exciting to talk with you about today. But first of all, why don't you help me, as I should say. Wow, what a rough day here. Help me to welcome Sherell to the show. Are you with us, Sherell? I'm good, but I don't hear you.
Yeah, that was me. I had myself muted.
Thank you for spending some time with me today. I appreciate your time so much.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited that you're here. So you mentor entrepreneurs, right? So I'm sure that you do way more than I could possibly have said about you. I see you as a mover and shaker and absolutely an influencer in the industry. But tell us what you do. How do you help entrepreneurs?
Yeah, absolutely. So I myself have been in entrepreneurship for 15 years, coming out of corporate for 10 years. And that transition was different, given the fact that it is a whole different skill set to learn, to lead yourself in business and to rely on yourself to actually produce income. So in that transition, I learned a lot, and I took those things that I learned and apply it in the work that I do now, which is I'm a network marketing leader. And I've partnered with a company where we are sharing a service with people all over the world, as well as the leadership skills that are acquired through network marketing. I'm teaching network marketers and small business entrepreneurs how to personally lead themselves towards success, as well as grow an online audience, to help find the right people within their network to partner with and to provide customer service toward or for. So, I teach the gamut in network marketing as well as small business entrepreneurship. So it just really depends on, the angle that I'm talking about, what we focus on, but it's primarily building an online audience in order to transition business from your typical brick and mortar to online lead generation and marketing.
Wow. So not just people who have a brick and mortar who want to transition and are like, I need some help. I don't have any clue how to do this, but also people who are entering network marketing. Perhaps
That's
for the first
exactly
time they're working for themselves, which is a totally different mindset, right?
It totally is.
Totally. Right. So
Yeah.
do you help them then just get set up from the very basics? Like, so they don't have an AOL email address and they, right? So
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah, so it really depends. Yeah, so we do deal with that. So I have a 12-month coaching program where it's assumed that you are already in the network marketing industry and you're doing business. But because network marketers aren't traditionally business builders, a lot of the conversation we do have to have is around, having a domain that, is branded to your business or branded to you. So we do have to go back and do some of those basics. It's not primary in what I teach, but my leadership style is to meet people where they are. So we do have people who are aspiring to be great leaders, to be great business professionals. And so we will customize content and our coaching to make certain that that individual is served where they are.
nice. So anyone at any stage, any level can find some benefit from jumping into a coaching program, a year-long coaching program. Now,
Absolutely.
year long, you must cover, like I have a year long program and cover a huge amount of stuff in that year. So you must cover way more than just like business basics and getting started and good leadership, right? You're deep diving into content or marketing or something. Tell us about that deep dive.
Yeah, so it really, I'd say from a very foundational standpoint across the entire 12 months, we're dealing with the mindset, because I could provide the lessons or the work or the material that one would need to have in order to have success in business, in order to have success in generating new leads to their business. But the mindset that's required to implement the work and who you have to become and be to be a successful entrepreneur or business leader is not it's not tangible. And so the reason why the program is a year is because it takes time to have experience, which is the very thing that helps you receive a transformation. So we go through strategy, like why are we doing, why should we change the way that we think? Why is there a paradigm shift in how you do business? We go through the terminology of traffic generation. What does that mean? And all the different types of traffic that you can own or not own or borrow. It's just a lot of new definitions and a lot of new ways of thinking that your traditional business person and just traditional worker has never really thought of. And then to go out there and learn the strategy, learn the tactics, and actually execute. It takes time to actually be the person you need to be to get the results that you want. So that's why it's a 12-month program. But the material that we cover inside is personal branding. We do about 2 to 3 months worth of work around, discovering your brand story, figuring out what your personal brand statement is, coming up with themes that you like to talk about, so that you can organize your content much better, or even think about what your content's going to be when you're online. Then we spend about, another 2 to 3 months identifying your content plan, your scheduling. And then we get into, the tools that you need in order to streamline the process of gathering leads online, like actually capturing them, how to nurture them, tools that you can use to capture and nurture, methodologies around how the online algorithms work to make certain that you're maintaining engagement or gaining more engagement, different tools that you might use to create a call to action that is seamless and that is branded you. And then we get into like growth strategies. So once we have the fundamentals in place, which is the personal branding, the messaging, and the engagement, then it's converting that audience into sales and taking that entire build, engage, and sell process and like throwing oil on it and putting a flame to it so that you can actually accelerate your growth. So we look at secondary platforms like publishing platforms to take your material and get it out there into a bigger space, into the bigger world, to attract even more people to you. So that's pretty much the outline of the program that you would learn throughout that entire year.
Wow, I'm tired listening.
It's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work. That's why you're spreading it out over a year, because
Yeah.
that is a lot of work, but super important for somebody who has never owned a business. Never, like if you come from the corporate world, or you were a stay-at-home mom or dad, there's a lot that you don't know when it comes to the business world and the online world. As a matter of fact, I often have conversations with my husband, who we are entrepreneurs, absolutely. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life, but even though he's very entrepreneurial and we own 3 businesses, sometimes when I talk about the online world, it's wah, 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 wah. That's what he hears, right? Wah,
yeah.
wah. Like the Peanuts,
Yeah.
He'll stop me and say, I don't have any clue what you just said. I don't know what you're talking about. You lost me at, hey, honey, do you know? Right?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Because he doesn't do that end of our businesses and never has. I do that end of our business, and I've done it for so many years. I know it, right? But even the jargon, and you spoke about that, right? Industry terms, that jargon, it's Greek to people when they're first starting. They have to be educated, right? They need to be taught. That's what this means. And it's a journey for someone who's brand new as a business owner. It's a journey. So having someone to walk you through that journey is really powerful. Really, really.
It is. And you know what? I have gone through enough programs and have been mentored by enough coaches to experience good programs and programs that have opportunities for improvement where
Correct.
Yeah, right. Where I'm getting the information and I'm like, okay, I understand what you just taught me, but I don't know how to implement it. And so I'm always like, okay, so where's the material that actually shows me how to do it? And so what this program does is I allow the student to shadow me implement the work. So I teach strategy, the why are we doing this in the first place, the tactic, this is how you do it, and then watch me do it. Like let's get it done. And so I think that piece of it would speak to individuals that you described who are like your husband, they're like, I don't understand technology, I don't understand Facebook, these tools, like not really understanding how it all fits together. You could come into this program brand new, shy about being online, and just do exactly what I'm doing on the screen. And you'll be learning the strategy, the tactics, and executing at the same time.
Well, I think that final part is super important for people who are visual learners, right?
Mm-hmm.
So not everyone can. I easily read something and then I can go do it. Usually, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a writer by trade, so I think that's part of that. But for some people, if you don't actually physically show them, then that's a huge leap from theory, right, to
Mm-hmm.
application, right? That's a huge
Right.
leap. So having that piece where they actually get to see you do it, watch me do it. Here's how you do it. See me do it, and then
Mm-hmm.
really kind of hand holding them until they reach a point where they're like, "Oh, I got it. See, right? Oh, look, I
Exactly.
did it.
Look, I
It
just did
worked."
the thing. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
exactly.
So that really should help take some of that fear out of that whole process.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. That's
Very,
exactly right.
very
Mm-hmm.
cool.
And it's very personal. I mean, it's a group coaching program, but because the group is small, and we do a lot of what I call 911 calls when it just becomes urgent. Like I need to talk to you because I
Right.
can't move forward. Then they're able to hit the 911 button, and it's a red button too on our membership platform. I'm like, if you ever need me, just hit the red button.
Sweet. Gosh, I can't even tell you how many times I've needed a red button.
Yeah,
The
right.
911
Exactly. We
button.
all need a red button.
Right? In online platform world, working on your Kajabi site or, your ClickBank,
In your personal life.
right? Or in your personal life. Yeah, yes. You probably don't help them with that, but
No.
I could definitely use a 911
Yeah,
button as I built out my last course online and got stuck. I'm like, oh my
for
word,
sure.
this is brutal stuff. So,
Yeah.
what a great service that you offer. I think that's just amazing. And you're just making splashes. I see you online doing stuff. I am super excited to be a part of something you have going on. Tell us about that.
Yes, I'm excited too. So thank you for asking. We have a summit coming up or an interview series, whatever you want to call it. But basically, we have identified 20 plus online influencers and content creators to come and together on an online platform to present to the world how to find the right people for your business and doing it in such a way that we're unlocking the secrets to creating online content that connects with the audience and converts the audience. And so, one of the struggles that I know with certainty, having been in business for 15 years as an entrepreneur, brick and mortar entrepreneur, I used to own a real estate company. Actually, I still do own the real estate company. I just don't run a lot of business through it any longer. And also being a network marketing leader is the fact that you need customers and clients, collaborations, and partnerships in order to have success in business. Period. But the question is, where do I find those people? And when you traditionally have worked offline for decades or maybe a couple of years, and you're moving into a more online community and world, the thing that allows you to have success online is the value that you provide to your audience. And so if you're having a tough time creating the valuable content and making it such that it attracts and connects the right people to you, then you will have a challenge finding the right people for your business as business collaborators, partners, or customers or partners, right? So that's what this conference is about. So everyone that's getting on the virtual stage has deep experience and knowledge in this area. And yes, Clara Rose is one of our invited guests who will be sharing her expertise around influence and using, savvy. And so we've got people who are teaching about branding. They're teaching about, all kinds of stuff. How to plan out your content, how to come up with your content, all kinds of good things, 20 different ways. It's interesting because there's really no right or wrong way other than the fact that you're just not doing it.
Right.
And so the strategies, all the strategies work, and every business owner does their zone of genius a little bit different. But it works. And so I think if you register for the event and you come, you're going to learn so many bits and pieces, and you find the right strategy that works for you that you can take away and implement.
Yep, absolutely. And it's free.
Oh, yes.
It's a
Yes.
free event, right? So for free, all of these people are coming together to drop some gems, some knowledge on all of the people who show up, right? I was so excited when you asked me if I'd be interested in participating, because I think this is such an important piece if you're building an online business, or if you're building a business that uses like my business is not a totally online business, but that's where I find my customers. That's where I find collaborations, those kinds of things. So these 20 things, super important for you to know. And even if you've been at it for a while, I know some of these people and they're geniuses at what they do, right?
Yeah.
They really are geniuses. So come and just listen to what they have to say. If you take away one nugget from each person, or one nugget from all 20 people that transforms and changes your business, isn't that worth a little bit of your time?
I would scream, hell yes. Yes.
Free event, people.
Yes. Yes. And I say leverage, the effort that we have all put to volunteer our time to do this, your opportunity to sit there and hear from the best, really the best around the world. We've got people in Canada, New Zealand, Australia, all over, that are speaking and coming together for this. It's just great. It's just going to be a great event. We're excited.
I'm super excited about it. Now it's long. It's not like a couple days, right?
Yeah, it's too much to take in. It's too much to take in just a couple days. We've done this once before, about 8 months ago, and we, just surveying the audience, they were just saying so much information. It would have been too much to take in 2 to 3 days. And so we have it spanned out across 12 days where you get a pre-recorded video that's just 30 minutes long, emailed to you every morning at 6 a.m. So you have all day long to watch 1 or 2 videos a day. And so that's the cool thing about it. It's not going to take all your time to do it. You can listen to it on your commute while you're washing dishes, folding clothes, or you schedule dedicated time to sit down and listen to it. It'll only take you 30 minutes to get through the daily lesson.
I love that. When they're live, there's an energy, right? That comes with the live, but all of the back and forth chatting in the chat, and I understand why people do that. It's for the community that it creates, but I can't be in the chat and paying attention at the same time. So just me personally, like I'm where I am, right? So I'm either paying attention or I'm in the chat, interacting with people, and then I miss stuff, and I'm like, and it's live, you can't go back, right? So
right.
I'm gonna have to wait for the replay and go back and watch what I missed, right? So I love that this is just delivered to your email.
Yeah.
You watch it when you have
You absorb it when you have time. Yes. And then every evening to help you be accountable, we do a debrief every evening at 7 o'clock, which is live. And that'll be the opportunity to create the community and really make certain that the information you learn that day sinks in.
And ask questions. And
that's right.
Yeah. That's brilliant, my friend. That's the best. The best of both worlds right there.
It is.
Participate. Okay, so let's talk about how people can participate.
So there's a link that we can share to get everyone to sign up if you have it.
I do. I'll put it up on the screen for you and have a look at that link. And there you go. So it's
awesome.
It's too long to read. So if you're listening to this, definitely go to webeamtv.com and watch the replay, or you can go to the Influence Matters Facebook page and watch the replay there, and it'll show the link. I will also drop this link on the Influence Matters page so that you can just go there and click on it. I should have done like some cute little short, clever thing to help you remember, but I didn't think of it until just this moment. So you're going to have to do it this way. So we would love for you to join us. Starts on May 17th. I'll be talking about it all week long, giving little snippets. If you want to follow, hop on over to Influence Matters Facebook page, or you can hop on over to Sherell's Facebook page, and she'll be talking about there as well. And no doubt there's a link there that you can sign up as well. What is your Facebook page again, just for those?
Sure. If you just go to SherellSlaise.com, so the spelling of my name, there it is, SherellSlaise.com/Facebook. You'll get there. No, Facebook group, excuse me. So it's Sherell Slaise Facebook group, you'll come into the Summit community.
Perfect. And they can just converse and sign up there.
That's exactly right.
Yep. Or I'll drop the link on Influence Matters page so that you can sign up from there if you'd like. We would love to have you there. And when you're there, say, hey, I saw you on the Influence Matters show. Introduce yourself. Because this is a show, it's like there's no interaction between me and my audience unless somebody happens to drop me a comment on my page or sometimes they'll shoot me an email at hello@clararose.com. Ask questions that way, but most of the time it's just me talking at people. So I would love to meet you. So this is an opportunity for us to connect at a different level. So I'd love for you to do that. Okay, and you have a freebie gift for them as well. And we did drop a link, and this is kind of related to the summit. You want to tell us about your freebie?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, you have the link? Because I don't have the link up.
Yep, I have the link. So it's yourname.com.
Perfect.
Content. This is totally cool stuff for people.
Yep. And that's the question. People are trying to figure out, what is it that I should write? There's only in my world, there's only 5 types of content that you need to know how to write. And if you can think in terms of those 5 buckets and 5 types, and then create these buckets where you put your content under as you're creating different types of content, it'll help the process so much easier when you're planning out your content and what to talk about online.
Very cool. I'm gonna have to get myself a copy of that just to see that I'm doing all the things I should be doing. I'm a huge repurposer of stuff. Like I'll take one topic and then I create content for all the different places where I put content out. I put it everywhere. Right? So why
Absolutely.
work harder? Just work smarter, right? So
exactly.
Your 5 types of content and make sure I'm using all of them effectively. So very cool. Thank you for that freebie. Okay,
you're welcome.
We are just about out of time, but thank you for taking some time to hop on the show with me today. I look forward to our live tomorrow. We're going to do a live on Facebook and seeing you at the summit. Thanks so much.
See you soon. Thank you.